everyone, and welcome back to Dollhouse Diaries AG. Today's video is going to be longer and more thoughtful because I want to explain something I don't fully understand at first. I was wrong about American Girl YouTube. When I first started watching American Girl content, I thought it would mostly be about dolls, play, collections, and stories. And a lot of it is, and I love that part. But the more I've watched, the more I noticed that some conversations can feel very serious, very tense, and honestly very adult. This video is not about attacking anyone. It's about what surprised me, what confused me, and what I think is important to remember, especially since American Girl was originally thought out as a toy company for kids. What I thought American Girl YouTube would be was doll room tours, outfit changes, story scenes, and history explained in a kid-friendly way. Basically, I expected content that felt like how American Girl felt when I first discovered it. Warm, creative, imaginative. And that content still exists, but it's not the whole picture. Here's what actually surprised me. What surprised me was how often American Girl content is framed around fear of getting it wrong, constant criticism, and adult-level debates about dolls. Sometimes it feels like the people are more worried about how a doll might be interpreted than how kids actually play with them. That's where I started feeling a bit uncomfortable. Specific dolls people argue about, I want to talk about actual dolls because that's where this becomes real. White or Caucasian dolls. There are some times when people express anger that American Girl still makes white dolls at all, but American Girl has always made dolls of many races, and white dolls are a part of that mix, not a replacement for anyone else. Being upset about a doll simply for being Caucasian feels like just as unhelpful as ignoring representation altogether. No doll is meant to cancel out any other dolls. Dolls like Addie, Josefina, Kaya, Melody, and Claudie are incredibly important. Their stories matter, their history matters. But sometimes the way adults talk about these dolls online feels more like pressure than education. Like the dolls have to carry the full weight of real-world history perfectly. That's a lot to put on a toy. What I am not saying, and this is very important, I want to stop here and be very clear. I am not saying racism isn't real, I am not saying representation doesn't matter, and I am not saying American Girl is perfect. What I am saying is that American Girl dolls are toys designed for kids and meant to introduce ideas gently, not perfectly. There is a difference between teaching and overloading, and sometimes it can be overwhelming. Here's how some content can feel overwhelming. Without naming anyone, there is a type of content on YouTube, specifically on American Girl YouTube because that's what I watch, that focuses very heavily on what American Girl did wrong, what dolls shouldn't exist, why something is problematic. That content may be well-intentioned, but when it becomes constant, it changes the tone of the entire community. For kids watching, or people who just want to enjoy dolls, it can feel like you're afraid to like the wrong doll, afraid to play the wrong way, or you're afraid to say the wrong thing. That can even be for other people who are on AGTube. And that doesn't feel like play anymore. American Girl is not a history textbook. American Girl is a starting point, an introduction, a story. And it is not meant to be a college-level history course, a morale test, or a perfect representation of every experience. Kids learn in layers, play comes first, and understanding grows over time. Here's why this made me rethink American Girl YouTube. I realized the way I want to experience American Girl is different. I don't want to experience dolls through guilt, fear, or constant criticism. I want to experience them through imagination, storytelling, setting up scenes, changing outfits, and making mistakes and learning. I'm not just a collector who keeps everything perfect. I also actually play with them, and I think that's okay. Here's why play matters. When you play, dolls become characters, not symbols. Stories feel personal, and creativity comes first. Play is how kids process the world, not by arguing, but by imagining. When adults remove play from the conversation, something really important gets lost. Here's what I hope for American Girl YouTube in the future. I hope the community can be thoughtful and joyful, educational and gentle, and serious without being scary. There should be room for collectors, players, kids, and adults, without anyone feeling judged for how they enjoy dolls. Here are my final thoughts. I was wrong about American Girl YouTube because I thought it would always feel light and playful. Now I understand it's more complicated, but I also think it's okay to choose joy. These are our dolls, they're meant to be loved, and they're meant for kids. This is just my opinion, I'm still learning. If you see things differently, that's okay. By the way, if you're making videos of your opinion, that's fine. I love that. And again, this is just mine. Please keep comments kind and respectful. Thanks for watching Dollhouse Diaries AG. I'll see you next time. I really liked making this video. I think that it was pretty thoughtful, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Again, it's just my opinion, and please don't come after me.